Okay, now members are welcome. We are going to see how do we handle center of enlargements using the graphical method. But before you go to the graphs, we have to go through the basics. What do you need to know before we use the graphs? Okay, we have seen the calculation bit of it in the last lesson. Now we are going to see the graphical part. So let us start with the center of enlargement using scale factor K. K is the scale factor. Okay. The positive scale factor K, let us start with this. If the scale factor of enlargement is positive, the image and the object lie on the same side. This one same is very crucial. On the same side of the center of enlargement. If K is a fraction less than 1, then the image is smaller than the object, and if K is greater than 1, the image is bigger than the object. So whenever you have a scale factor greater than 1, the image is bigger. To find the center of enlargement, we join any two. This one is enlargement. We join any two vertices of the object to their corresponding vertices of the image. i.e., we join A to A prime, assuming A is the object and A prime is the image, and B to B prime. Where the two lines meet, A and A prime and B prime, it becomes the center of enlargement. So just join A to A prime, the vertex with its image, and then also the other one, and then where they meet, it becomes the center of enlargement. To get the scale factor, we get the distance of the image from the center of enlargement divided by the distance of the object to the center of enlargement. i.e., get our scale factor A, you get C if C is the center to the image, then over C to the object. Here is another expression. You see this, if we have a positive scale factor, now it means that this is greater than 1, meaning that it's 2, 3, and so on. Now, here, our object, this is the center of enlargement. So our object and the image, they are on one side. You see that this is the center of enlargement, they are on one side of that center of enlargement. And you see, if it's K is greater than 1, then the image is going to be bigger than the object, as you see in the illustration. So, this shows that the image A prime, C prime, B prime. Now, to get the scale factor K, we join this to this, then we measure this distance. So it's going to be the distance CA over the distance CA. CA prime over CA. Or you can get CB prime over CB. It's always the image distance over the object distance. Or you can get OC prime over CC. And note, the object and the image are on the same side of the center of enlargement. I think you can see that. Then the negative scale factor. If the scale factor of enlargement is negative, the image and the object lie on the opposite side. This is a crucial one. Opposite side of the center of enlargement. If the magnitude of that scale factor is less than 1, then the image is smaller than the object. For negative K, the center of enlargement lies between the object and the image. So when they are saying opposite, it means that it's going to be between. The center of enlargement is going to be between the object and the image. The illustration is here. So this is our image and this is our object. And so the center of enlargement is in between the two, or these two are opposite sides of the center of enlargement. So that if K is greater than 1, then the image is a little bit bigger than the object. Now, to get now the center, the scale factor, we start with the negative. Why are we starting with the negative? Negative shows that the object and the image are on opposite sides of the center of enlargement. Of the center of enlargement. Then, so that's why you start with the negative and negative and negative always. So that one shows that they are opposite sides. Object and image. Then positive fraction scale factor. The scale factor less than 1, so that's going to be a fraction. Then orange, the image is smaller than the object. Unlike here, so the image here is bigger than the object because it was greater than 1. But if it's less than 1, the image is smaller than the object. Then for negative scale factor, you see also, of course, negative is that they are on opposite sides, but the image is smaller than the object. So those are the basics now, members. We are going now to see how do we apply these basics to the graphical interpretation or the graphical way of finding the center of enlargement. I wish you well.